Hey guys, Sublord here, back in with another action figure review, and I told you I was going to do it, and I did it. I pulled the trigger and I picked up the Transformers Legacy United Voyager class Animated Universe Optimus Prime, brought to us by the fine folks over at Hasbro. And while I didn't get him for the $30 sale price Amazon had him for, I didn't have to pay the $45 BBTS is asking for him either. I paid somewhere in the middle. But that's okay, because this figure is, I'm going to say it, ultra bussin'. I love this figure. These Transformers animated figures, I swear, are a night and day difference to the Transformers Prime ones. I like the Transformers Prime ones from this line, but these are just hitting on another level. I think it's because we got the stylization, but we also got the pseudo G1 aesthetic also. It's a perfect blend of the two. So, with that being said, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all. I'm going to call him Orion Pax because he doesn't have his battle mask. It feels weird calling him Optimus Prime without his battle mask. But why don't we take a look-see at all he has to offer in terms of accessories. It's the same axe we saw with Motor Master. You can pull the handle out. It doesn't click into place like Motor Masters did, but it does stay in place. Oh. Doesn't click, but it's definitely not going anywhere. But as you can see, he has a big old honking axe. He can hold it with two hands, and that's your lot. Let's take a closer look at Optimus Prime, aka Orion Pax. First order of business, mine's wasted pop off as I was setting him up for this video. It's just a mushroom peg. I slid it back in, it snapped in, it seems to be okay. Second thing, a lot of people are complaining about the knees. Mine's knees are like not the tightest things ever, but they're not like flopping all over the place. That knockout from Transformers Prime we looked at the other day, that thing was way looser compared to this guy, and he was a deluxe class and he couldn't stand for crap. This guy, stand him up, no problem. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe you guys are just molesting your toys too hard, or wrong. I know some of you out there are sickos looking at the butt cheeks of Marvel Legends like they're actual women. Weird. Really, really weird. Especially since it's just the Marvel Legends. Those don't even have the nicest booties. But as far as articulation goes, his head will rotate. It is on a disc hinge, so it can look up and down. He's got his little Optimus nose there, which is very common for this version of Optimus to not have the battle mask. But again, it's very weird to have one without it. I assume they're going to make the one from Transformers Animated with like the wing pack and the battle mask and give him his water gun and probably give him the axe again and call him a leader class, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. Shoulders can go out to the side, back down, forward and back. He does have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. He's got a swivel in the wrist, which is also a little bit hinged, but not really. It's mostly due to transformation. He does have a waist twist, which, yeah, seems to be fine on mine. Maybe it just wasn't put together all the way. I don't know, but it works fine now, so yay me! As far as the hips go, kick out, kick back down, forward, back. He's got a thigh cut, single jointed knee that gets you like double knee range, so that's nice. He does have a hinge in the foot that can flop back. That's loose. Like, that's not the tightest thing. But I tend to not use that. I just use the ankle pivot, which is nice and tight on mine. So, you know, it's not perfect, but it's not bad by any means. So, I am very happy with this figure. I'm glad I picked him up. Glad I was able to pick him up for retail. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. I like this guy a lot. Does he have butterflies? No, he doesn't. No beautiful butterflies here. But very, very cool. And dig it. So why don't we bring in our two regulars, the Mythic Legions, Brother Mandibilith, right there, and the infamous Living Spawn, right there. And as usual, Spawn towers over everyone. Look at that. I thought Optimus was going to be about neck and neck with him, but more like head to neck. So, with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and much like good old Motor Master before him, I have to say that old Optimus Prime, or as I like to call him, because he's lacking the battle mask, Orion Pax here is no exception. This Transformers animated subline from the current Transformers quote-unquote generation series of figures is a pretty well done line, and in my opinion, much, much better than the Transformers Prime offerings. Nothing against Transformers Prime, but the animated characters are just translating better into this pseudo G1 aesthetic that the fine folks over at Hasbro are going for in this line. I don't know why the Transformers Prime designs are such a departure. They're not that much more stylized, but unfortunately, it is what it is. But thankfully, this Optimus Prime figure is, I'm going to say it, ultra bussin', especially in this pose. Not to toot my own horn. So, with that being said, before we wrap this sucker up, why don't we get this guy transformed and take a closer look at his vehicle mode. And as promised, here we have a good old Optimus Prime / Orion Pax in his, we'll say, fire truck alt mode. It's a very stylized looking fire truck, but it does indeed roll back and forth. You can of course store his axe on the back here, like so. And not for nothing, there are a lot of ports back here that don't get utilized with this figure or Motor Master, so I'm very curious as to what the future for this mold holds. I'm guessing we're going to see that trailer I mentioned earlier at some point in time. It would make sense, at least to me, that we get that. I will say a little bit tougher to fit together than the Motor Master figure was, but Motor Master figure was a little bit more broken in since it was reuse of this guy being the original mold. Things are a little tighter, they fit together a little tighter, so that makes sense. But it looks like the alt mode from the show. It's got the very stylized front here. The back's not the best with this hitch part, but it's not bad, looks fine. And yeah, very, very happy with it. I think this is a cool figure. I'm looking forward to getting a hold of Bumblebee. I have him coming tomorrow as the time I'm filming this. The review will go up tomorrow as well, so as the time this video's being posted. So stay tuned for that. Currently on the hunt for a Prowl. I may have found one, but not quite sure just yet. So stay tuned for that also. And I did pre-order Ratchet, so I'm definitely all in on these animated figures now. I think this is a really nice subline, and this Optimus Prime is no exception to that. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.